Part 10. The Mesopotamian Civilization. We continue to spin that old globe, our fingertips gliding over a vast blue ocean before finally stopping on the Greek peninsula, surrounded on three sides by the sea. It is no ordinary place. It is a strategic crossroads for Asia, Europe, and Africa. To the east, across the Aegean Sea, lies the Middle East, a land so fertile it was said to flow with milk and honey. To the south, across the Mediterranean, it looks toward the ancient land of the pharaohs. Speaking of its eastern neighbor, it is a truly remarkable place. Between the Euphrates and Tigris rivers, the cradle of human civilization, the Mesopotamian civilization, was born. The land here is flat and rich. In the words of scholars, it is a land of plenty. And in the words of the common folk, it is a place where sheep and cattle are everywhere, and there is no need to worry about food or clothes. Mesopotamian civilization is far older than we can imagine. Its history began more than 4,000 years ago. This is where the first written legal code in human history was born, the Code of Hammurabi. Its laws etched in stone to tell the world that if you steal, you must pay, and if you hurt someone, you must pay the price. The famous adage, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, is a testament to that era's most fundamental pursuit of fairness and justice. Perhaps the most fascinating aspect of the Mesopotamian civilization is its deep connection to the divine. This is the land where the legends of Genesis and the Great Deluge were born, stories that are still told around the world today. Even our modern seven-day week originated here. Perhaps it was divine favor that, around 1000 BCE, a dark liquid was discovered beneath this land, what we now know as the oil that fuels our world. In the age of cold weapons, it was used to create massive fireballs, a formidable strategic resource on the battlefield. Historians have found that the center of the ancient two-river civilization was located near what is now Baghdad, Iraq. To recall the prosperity and glory of that ancient land and contrast it with today's scenes of war and devastation is a stark reminder of how time changes everything. The wheel of history rolls on, and what was once a magnificent civilization can become nothing more than ruins, leaving us to sigh with regret. To the south of the Greek peninsula, the Nile River flows from south to north like a jade ribbon, cutting through the whole of ancient Egypt. This life-giving water, considered the world's longest river, not only nurtured Egypt's soil and brought abundant harvests, but also gave birth to a brilliant civilization. As early as 2690 BCE, more than 2,000 years before the 500s BCE we are now discussing, the Egyptians had already built the world-renowned Great Pyramid of Giza. This tallest and most magnificent structure, along with the nearly 100 other pyramids of varying sizes that surround it, silently testified to the Egyptians' advanced knowledge of mathematics and geometry. The stones used to build the Great Pyramid of Giza had an average weight of 2.5 tons, and some were even heavier. To this day, we still don't know exactly how the ancient Egyptians, without any modern cranes or transport equipment, precisely stacked some 2,300,000 of these massive stones. It is a legendary feat. Egypt's northeastern corner is connected to Mesopotamia by land. This geographical closeness allowed these two great civilizations to interact and influence each other frequently. Sometimes you can even find similarities with ancient Indian civilization in Mesopotamian relics. Unfortunately, the towering Himalayas and Kunlun Mountains served as two natural barriers that blocked direct communication with Chinese civilization. It was this geographical isolation that allowed Chinese civilization to forge its own path and develop a unique style distinct from all others. The Greek peninsula, therefore, found itself surrounded by these two great civilizations.
The blue sea constantly crashes against its shores, producing a roaring sound. The sea's uninhibited nature and the mountain's silent stability forged two distinct characteristics in the Greek people: a frankness, openness, and love of debate like the sea, combined with the steadfastness and perseverance of the mountains. This combination of traits gave rise to their national motto, freedom or death. Their desire for freedom was ingrained in their very being. The peninsula's abundant marble and clay resources provided the Greeks with excellent material for creation. They used marble to build magnificent temples, which were typically rectangular and supported by tall columns, appearing both solemn and majestic. Along with the temples, the Greeks created sculptures that would astonish future generations. The exquisite human forms, with their accurate proportions and graceful postures, reached a high level of artistry. So much so that after the Romans occupied Greece in 168 BCE, they were so captivated by the beauty of these sculptures that they made copies of nearly all of them. Today, many of the ancient Greek sculptures we see in museums around the world are actually Roman replicas, a testament to the greatness of Greek art. The Greek city-state system and its frequent interactions with the two major ancient civilizations endowed their people with a unique talent, a philosophical capacity for reflection, a vivid imagination for art and literature, and the indomitable spirit of athletes in competition. Born around 800 BCE, Homer's epic poems continued to provide a rich source of material for modern art and literature. The Olympic Games, which they founded at least by 776 BCE, have since evolved into the world's largest multi-sport event. Given this unique geographical and cultural environment, it would have been truly surprising if a few exceptional individuals had not emerged to lead the way in civilizational development. The first person to enter our story is the wise man from Miletus, Thales.